Good afternoon to all our learners. Welcome all of you to the second day of workshop. This workshop is basically on the topic of full stack development, and the first day was yesterday. This is the second day we are taking it. So I think that yesterday there was a massive audience present there, and the interaction was so good. You all were so active in the comments and making all these queries, asking so many questions, and uh, giving your feedbacks of the satisfaction. That was highly appreciative, and I was really liking it. And thank you so much again for that. So today in this workshop, again, we will continue with all the topics that were discussed, and where there was an end, we'll start from there itself. So we know that our industry expert Bhanu sir will be taking the session further. But for now, I would just say that there must be so many questions in your mind when you are doing this workshop, not regarding the content, but regarding the domain, that the workshop is pretty effective. But after this workshop, what must be done? What are what are the things you should choose? What is the next step? How to build your career further, right? So for that, there is a thing in the end, and I would really say that this is the most effective thing we will tell you. We will tell you all the things, all the guidance path will be given to you at the end. So I will just wish that you all should stay connected till the end, take the session further, and always feel that in the comments you can always say whatever you want to regarding the domain if there is any doubt regarding the same. So again, Manu sir will be taking the session. Yesterday, he has been talking about the installation part, React.js, Bootstrap, router navigation part, and so many things more about the same. So today he will taking the session further. So I would like to invite him to take the session further. So Bhanu sir.
Yes, ma'am. So, thanks, ma'am, and welcome again, learners. So, let's start. Okay, so first of all, I want to tell you that if you are learning React, you can develop the web applications, websites, as well as you can also develop the mobile application if you have already learned React. Okay. So because there is a platform available, that is React Native platform. Okay, so you can build your native applications by not only Android, you can also build the because React Native is a hybrid platform. So you can build mobile applications of Android, as well as you can build the iOS application with the same code. Okay, so these are the hybrid platforms provided by the React. So let me first share my screen. Okay, so we have completed yesterday React navigations, which is essential part of any of a particular website, because we have to navigate. We have to include the multiple components and multiple pages inside my website, so that I can navigate to as per my requirement. Okay, so we have also fetched the data. Okay, that was from a demo API on my page. Okay, and that was approx 200 people's data. So which I render on my particular website on the home page. Okay, so now because we are learning the full stack development, so my task is to not to use a particular demo API. I just want to do create my own API. I want to create my own server. Okay, so but before that, we will learn about the Redux, and after that we will move forward with Node.js. Okay, so first of all, we should have the knowledge why we use Redux. Okay, what is the benefit of using Redux? Let's suppose. Okay. Okay, so as we know that today, yesterday we was learning about the state and props. States are the global values, and the data. State are the local values and the data and variables which we use inside a particular component, and which is bounded in a particular component. Okay, we And if we want to share a particular data to another components, then it should be parent. Okay, we can't, or we can only pass parent data to child components. Okay, this is known as the props. Okay, but what if I want to share a particular data inside multiple components? Okay, and they are not in the sense of parent and child relation. Okay, because let's suppose if I give a overview, that is okay, let's suppose I have a component A, another I have a component B, and after that I have a components. Okay, so my root is that A is parent of B and B is parent of C. Then there is a data inside the A component. There is a data inside the A component. So that data can be shared. First we have to share this B. If I want to share this data A to C, if I want to share this data to C, so first of all, I have to share this data first B, and B will share this data to C. This is props dealing. Okay, so if there are multiple components in the hierarchy, then I have to share like this. Okay, first of all, I will share to its first parent, then after this second parent, then after that. But Redux says that you don't need to share this data by this manner. Okay, you have to create. Redux provide the functionality to create a global store. Okay, Redux provide the functionality. How can we learn Redux in single class? Okay, so you will learn Redux in the single class. Okay, so if I Redux says, okay, Redux provide the feature that if you want to share a particular data in the multiple components to the multiple component, so it creates a particular storage. Okay, and that storage is our browser storage. Okay, every website use your web storage, that is known as the local storage or session storage or cookies. Okay, this storage is provided by a particular website. Whenever you are going to log in on a particular website, it save a particular token or your session inside this storage. Browser provides us this storage. Okay, you can see like this. Okay, let's suppose I am going into the inspect section, and let me move toward the application, and this is your storage. Okay, this is your, let me clear this. Okay, this is my storage. Okay, this is my local storage. You can use this local storage. I will show a demo about this. Okay, so Redux says that if you are sharing a particular data from A to C, so you don't need to share this to B and to C. You just put this data inside your store. Okay, you just put this data inside your store and make this store to parent of all the components. Okay, you just put your data inside this storage and make this store parent of all the components, so you don't need to share the data first to B and after that C can directly access this storage. Okay, and any of component can put his data inside this storage. Okay, so this is my Redux. Okay, so this is about the Redux. So to overcome the issue, okay, to overcome frame. Okay, to overcome this issue that we are doing props drilling, that is A to B and B to C. So Redux provide the functionality to put a particular data inside the store, and you can, and any of component inside your project can share this particular data. So how can we install and how can we use this storage? So first of all, we need to install some packages. Okay, so we need to install some packages. First of all, you will have to install the npm. Like I have stopped my development server. Okay, the terminal on which my server was running. So I stopped my development server and I am using npm. Okay, so I am using npm install React. First of all, I am using Redux. Okay, And the another package is React Redux. Okay, you can install multiple packages in a single command. Okay, by separating its by state space. So second one is React Redux. Okay, so it will take some time to install these packages. Okay, and another package we are using is Redux Thunk. Okay, Redux Thunk is a middleware, okay, for Redux, and it provides the functionality of actions and dispatchers. We will learn about this actions and the dispatcher, and actions reducers and the dispatch method provided by. Okay, so all these three packages has installed in my particular project. These are installed as my local dependency in my project. Okay, so I have installed all these packages, and now I'm going to again start my development server, that is npm start. It will start the development server just in a while. Yes, so now it's going to start my server. Okay. Just a second so that it can start. So till then it is going to start. We can create a particular structure. Okay. So for the Redux implementation, so whenever you are going to using Redux, create a folder inside your SRC that is store. Okay, and again create a folder name as actions, and again create a folder that is named as reducers. All these folders. Okay, you can do this without folder structure, but folder structure makes a particular structure, and it will store your code in a particular structure. Okay, so code readability will remain. Okay, so inside the store folder, create a file that is store.js, and inside the reducer, create a file that is index.js. And inside the action folder, create two files. First, create three files. Sorry. First is types.js. Another file is action creators.js, and third file is actions. Okay, so I need I need this structure to do my operations related to Redux. I think my development server has been started. Okay, so we can do our code. Okay, so first of all, I can show you a diagram related to React Redux. This is the diagram of React Redux. Okay, you can see on my screen. And this is my UI. UI stands for my component. Okay, and this component trigger a particular action. Action is just like a simple functions we can use to dispatch from my component. Okay, so this UI is my component, and it will trigger a particular action, and then action tells the reducer to update the data inside the store, and this store data can be used inside my state component. Okay, and again this store creates a particular state. This is known as the global state, and then global state can be used inside my UI, or we can say it as a component. Okay, so this is the overall structure of my Redux. This is my component. This is a component triggers a action, and then action sent to the reducer, and that reducer update the store data, and this store data contains some state, global state known as global state, and then global state, this global state can be shared with the components. Okay, so this is overall structure of my state. Okay, so first of all, we create the store. Okay, so let's start with the create my store file, store configuration. So you have to import some methods from Redux. First one is create store method. Okay, and second one is apply middleware. Apply. Sorry. Okay, so you have to include, just a second. You have to include a method. This is known as combine reducer from Redux, provided by the Redux. Okay, combine. Okay, so this combine reducer is used to combine all the reducers we will create just in a while. Okay, so inside the, okay, we have write this code inside my action. Sorry, we have to the store, that is my import from Redux, that is just a second. So create store method and after that apply middle. Okay, inside the store.js import thunk from thunk Redux and import. We have created a file that is combine reducer. So export default combine reducer and it is just like this. Okay, just include this file only. Okay, so we have not created any reducer yet, so it is blank. If we will create a particular reducer, we will include this reducer inside this index.js file. Okay, now again come back to our store.js file, okay, which we are going to create our configuration, that is store.js. Okay, so import this combine reducer, import combine reducer, import combine reducer, re reducer from dot slash and the reducer folder and after that index. Now we will create some configuration related to related to my store configuration file. So first of all, const create a persisted storage, const persist store is equals to, okay. So first of all, we will have to check local storage dot get item and get item. This is method provided by JavaScript so that we can use the store of my browser storage. This is my local storage. Okay, so local storage dot get item, and you can give a particular name to it. That is my my project storage. Okay. Okay, so if this exists, we will use the ternary operator here. So if this exists, then JSON dot pass. Okay, make it the JSON data, and what will be the JSON data? This one. Okay, local storage dot project storage. If this particular item exists, then create a particular JSON data to it. Okay, and if not exist, then provide only a single object. Okay, this is my local storage. Thunk, what is thunk? Someone is asking what is thunk. Thunk is just a middleware. Okay, we have to pass this middleware to store so that we can enhance the functionality of actions and reducer. As we see inside this, inside this particular screen, this actions and the reducers. Okay, these functionality provided by the thunk. It is just a middleware. Okay, it's just a middleware so that we can use it. Okay, now we will create another variable, that is store is equals to, okay, first of all we will create an enhancer. Okay, and enhancer for just to apply this middleware, and this is, okay. So we are going to create a particular enhancer variable and apply the apply middleware method to it and provide the thunk. Okay, so now const another variable store is equals to, now we are using create store method. Okay, so we are using create store method and we have to pass all these things. That first one is my combine reducer. Okay, first is my combined reducer, and after that we have to provide the persisted store, and after that we have to provide the enhancer. Okay, you have to provide the enhancer to it and export. After that, last line export default, and then export default enhancer. Sorry, export default. So this is my configuration file of Redux store. This is my configuration file of Redux store so that we can use to. This all is my configuration file of Redux. Okay, and it will remain same if you are using the Redux pattern inside your project. Now it's time. Now we can see our project. It is running as, because we did not provide these components which are creating to any of the root component or inside my project hierarchy. Okay, so now as I said that we have to create this store to parent of all the components. Okay, to parent of all the component. So we will move towards the my app component. Okay, we will move toward my app component, and inside my app component my routing component is already a child of app component, and inside my routing component all the all the all the components are child of route component. Okay, all the components are managed by the route component. Okay, so first of all we have to provide this store to all these components. So here import store from. Okay, so import store from, we have declared. Okay, we have declared inside my from dot slash, sorry, dot slash and store, and this one. Okay, so we have imported the store method into it. Okay, after that we have to provide this store to our app.js. Okay, we have to provide this store to our app.js file. So first of all, import a method that is provided by Reactivex from React, sorry, React, and here it is method that is provided. Okay, so use this provider here and make it parent of all the components. Wrap up this routing component to your app.js inside the app.js by using its provider. Okay, so now provider is top of the routing component. So now provider is top of the routing component, and just we have to provide the store is equals to our store that we have imported. Okay, and now you can see there is no effect on my project. Then I am going to create this particular storage. Okay, I'm going to create this particular storage. Okay, and now first of all we have to create the storage manually. Okay, because initially it is not auto done. Okay, so first of all we have to create this method and store dot subscribe. Okay, we have store dot subscribe method so that we can create our store which can be used later. So local storage dot set item. Okay, local storage dot set item, and whatever name we are giving in my store file, and then project storage. This is my project storage. Inside the app, local store dot set item. Sorry. Okay, local storage dot set item and comma. Okay, we will get our store by with this name, project storage. Okay, we will get our storage with this name, that is my project storage. And after that, JSON dot stringify method so that it can stringify my store. Okay, and my store dot get state. All our state will be stringify, and these state we are stringify this store here, and now inside my store configuration I am parsing this to again JSON data. Okay, so it will create my store. Okay, it will create my store. As earlier you will see this one, then there is no storage. Okay, there is no storage. Okay, so this is all about the setup of my Redux storage. Okay, this is my Redux storage. So first of all, we will have to understand the local storage, what we can do with the local storage. So local storage just to store a particular data or a particular value inside my local storage, or we can say it as a browser storage. Okay, so let me store a particular data. So let's suppose, okay, inside my home component, and this is my about component, and this is my movies component. So inside my movies component, I am going to create a particular model, that is, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to use a particular state. And after that, I am creating a variable where count comma set count is equals to, and initial value will be 0. Use state, and this will be 0. Okay. So first of all, we will interact with the local storage directly. Okay. And how this local storage is different from the Redux storage we are using, we will see this. Okay. So where count is equals to set count, and we are creating a button handle count. This is arrow function. Okay. And you can simply write this function set count like this. Okay, both are same. Okay, both of these are same. And you can declare a function like this, handle count. Okay. So what this handle count will do, it will set count, increase the count value plus 1. Increase the count value plus 1. Okay. Now here I am writing count value is, and okay, and wrapping is inside the parent component. So this is count value. Okay, so let me create a particular button and click me, and on the button click, okay, on the button click, I will use handle. So now it will increase the value of count. And now this is my this is visible. This is we can see the incremented count value because we are using the state variable. Well, what if if I set inside the local storage? Let's suppose local storage dot set item, and item name is count, and the value is count. So you can see, as I will click on this button, click one, and you can see inside the local storage there is a key count, and the value is 3. Okay, as I'm click on this count value is this count value is also increasing. Okay, so click me is 16, 17, 20. Okay, and if I use this inside my component, so h1 count value in local storage is local storage dot get item and sorry. Okay, so now it is 20. Okay, now again I'm refreshing the page. Okay, and you can see. Okay, so this is my local storage. How we can use this local storage inside my component. Inside my component. Okay, so we can do the same by using my Redux method. Okay, let's suppose I am creating a particular type, export const set count is equals to set count. This is my a simple type. Okay, because we have to tell the reducer that this particular type data should be changed according to my Redux storage and when a particular component is okay. And now it's time to create a particular reducer. Okay, so I'm writing count reducer count. Okay, so what we have to write inside this count component. So whenever you are creating a particular type, then you have to create a particular action creator. Okay, so import from dot slash types, and what this type is set count. Okay, import set count. After that, create a export default, sorry, export const and create a component that is set count value okay, and inside this type is equals to set count and comma data is equals to data. Okay, so this I have created a particular action creator. This action creator will tell the reducer that this particular data should be updated inside the inside my store. Okay, so this is the functionality of I am using actions and create. Okay, okay, this is I am using the actions and the create. Okay, so now it's time to create a particular action. So for action, import the action creator from dot slash action creator and set down. Okay, now create another function. Okay, so that we can dispatch this particular function from the component. Export const set count in store okay, and it will return a dispatch simply set count in store. It will return this dispatch. Okay, and now inside the reducer, I will have to import the X type from dot slash, and this is from action slash. Okay, we are importing the type, so that is set count. We have set count method inside my actions. Okay, so now we are going to create reducer. Okay, now we are going to create reducer. Just a second. So there are some configuration inside the reducer, and reducer is updates the store data. Okay, only by using the reducer. Okay, we can only update the store data by using reducer. Okay, without reducer, we can't update the store data. So first of all, we have to create a particular reducer, that is const and count is equals to, okay, and in this store there are two methods, state comma action, two attributes, state comma action, and I am writing if type of state, if there is no state related to this, undefined. If type of state is equals to undefined, then return, sorry, then return, and what it will return? It will return the count is equals to 0. If there is no count value inside my store, then it will return the count value store. And after that, I will apply a switch case method to it. Okay. After that, I will apply a switch case method to it. Switch. Okay. Switch. We are using the switch method, and switch needs a particular condition, and this condition is action dot. Okay, and this condition is action dot, and inside the switch we can create case. Okay, so if case is set count, if a particular action that will tell the reducer that the case is set count, then I will return count is equals to action dot data. Okay, then I will return the count is action dot data. Okay, and we can create another method inside the switch case, that is default, and default will be default case. Inside the default case, I will return just I will return the state as it is. So this is the basic and the general configurations of my store. After that, export default and now this count should be inside the combined reducer. So import count from count reducer and add this count inside the. After that, you will have to refresh this particular page, and you can see still. Let me clear this store. Okay, now it's time to call this action from any of my component. Okay, so it will get some data, and this data will be stored. So go into the movie section and import use dispatch, sorry, from Reactivex, and that is use dispatch. Okay, so now I am not using the local storage simple method. I am just dispatching, sorry, first of all, dispatch method. So const dispatch is equals to use dispatch. And after that dispatch, and what I have to dispatch? I have to dispatch this particular action. Import from / actions, and after that actions. And here set count in store. So dispatch this set count in store, and that send it. Okay. So now I'm refreshing my page, and I think there might be error. So check two issues. Informally, browser is not defined. The slice will be count return undefined during the inspection based data. So if type of state is equals to undefined, then I have return the count value, that is I'm returning the count value, that is and after that switch my action dot type case I have developed, and then after that I have passed the default also, and type of state is equals to undefined. Sorry. Now you can check. Okay, so inside my movies component, I am dispatching this. And now you can see there is a button. Sorry, button. The, the name is click me. We are writing the method and the sorry on click. And okay. So whenever I am clicking this, you can check inside my store. Storage and store.get stage. Store.subscribe we have, and after that we are passing this data to action. And sorry, we did not use the dispatch here, that is dispatch. Okay, so let me click on this, and clicking on this, that count value. Okay, and you can see that the count variable value is increasing inside my store. Okay, and then that store value can be used inside any of the components. So what is the overall flow of my component we are using? What is the overall flow we are going with this? Let's suppose we have movies component. So from the movies component, okay, let me clear by one this picture. So this is my UI component. Okay, and UI component is triggering a particular action. Okay, so now this is the step when UI component triggers a particular action, and this action this action is dispatch a particular action creator. And inside my action creator, there are two values. First one is type and second one is data. Okay. And this, because this is dispatched, okay, because this is dispatched, then it is sent to a particular reducer. And if if we read this particular reducer, then we have a particular architecture, that is, if there is a switch case on action dot type. So if the type is like set count, then the count value is action dot data, and this action dot data is provided by the action method. Okay, this data tell the set count. So we are integrating the type and the data with the with this particular action creator. Okay, and now this action creator sent to the reducer, and this reducer is count action dot data. Okay, so that's why it is updating this value inside my store. So now this movies component put his data inside my store so that any component can use this data. Let's suppose I have import a method. I'm going to import a method from Reactivex, that is use selector method. So const where count is equals to use selector, and inside the use selector there is a state variable, and state will tell that state dot count dot. Why this is state dot count dot count? Just a second. All this inside the main function. Okay. Why this count dot count? Because state means this particular storage. Okay. State means this particular store, and this particular store there is a count object. So I am using state dot count, and inside this count component there is a key name as count. So state dot count dot count we are using. Okay, so it can use this count value. Let's suppose h1 and store count value is, wrap up this inside segment. And now I will navigate to my, I write this inside the about component, and you can see that the count value is 33. And just a second. Okay, and now again I am going to my movies component, and you can see this is persistent storage. Now 32 is stored inside my store, and this 32 can be used inside any of component. Okay, any of component. Okay, and now inside the, I'm changing the value 1 2 3 4 to this. Inside the about component it is 30. Okay, and I can change the 13, and now it is here. Okay, and I can change this value to this state value to my count component inside the movies.js, and import from Reactivex and use selector. So const count is equals to use selector and state and after that state dot count dot. Okay, and this count can be replaced by, I can give a name that is store count. Now you can see that it is using store. If it is 14 18, then inside the about component it is also same. can check 17, and inside the about component it is 7. Okay, so okay, so this is all about the Redux can share the same state by using the multiple components at a. Okay, now it's time to create our own server. That is my backend side. Okay, so you have to first create a particular folder. Okay, and now I am giving it to name backend. Inside we can create the you can, yes, we can create the folder inside my tech folder, and this is backend. Okay, so we are going to create my own server by using the node.js. Okay, so that we can get my own operations and my own data to. So first of all, you have to create a blank package.json file so that I can install my other packages to it. Okay, so init, sorry, npm init -y. It will create a blank package.json into this folder. Okay, so, and you all know about the what is the use of package.json file. Inside the package.json we have a list of my local dependencies, whatever we are going to install in. So first of all, whenever you are creating a particular server, you have to install the some packages. That is npm install express. Okay, so we have installed the express inside my project, and now open this inside the VS Code. Okay, open this inside the VS Code. Okay, and now create a file that is server.js. Okay, server.js file, and now include the module const express is equals to require express. Okay, const express is equals to require express. And now const app is equals to express method, and after that app dot listen, and first of all declare a particular port number, 4-digit port number. Const port is equals to, and I am using 8761. Port number should be 4-digit port number, and so that I can use. Okay, so inside the app dot listen there is a function and port. So port on this particular port listen. My server will listen on this particular port, and here request comma response. After that, console.log, sorry, console.log server is running on port, and inside the, and by using the interpolation method, I'm using port. Okay, and now I will run this file by using nodemon server.js, and now you can see my server is running. Okay, so what is nodemon? You have to run this file by using node server.js. So if you will make any changes, then you have to again restart your server. Okay, again you have to. So we instead of serve this server.js file by using node, we can install the nodemon in my system as global package. So npm install nodemon, and before nodemon we can use -g. Nodemon makes to your server running continuously, and if you will change inside any file, it will auto restart that particular server. Okay, so by using nodemon we can serve nodemon server.js, and server is running on port number 876. Okay, so let's suppose we have a particular file that is data.js, and inside the data.js I am using that 200 people's data. Okay, so I am copying this data. Okay, and after that export const data is equals to, and pasting this data. Okay, so this is the data of 200 peoples on my server. Okay, there is data of 200 peoples on my server, and now let's suppose first of all we create app.get API. Okay, first of all we have to provide a root on it, and after that request comma response. Inside the response we can send response.send. Hi, this is my server. So whenever you will hit the particular server localhost and 8765, then you will get the hi, this is my server. Okay, so now my server is running. Okay, and if I want to send this particular data, actually requests are the APIs. Requests are the method which are coming on my server. Okay, whenever a particular let's suppose if I am clicking on the login button. Okay, so request method which is continuously running, which is continuously listening to incoming request. Okay, and response is provided to send the response back to the front end. Okay, so hi, this is my server. If I want to send this data, if I want to send all this data from my server, so I have to import this like so. Sorry, const data is equals to require slash data. Sorry, slash data. So log data in use token export const Sorry, const data is equal to this, and I have to export like this inside end of the file module dot export and data, module dot export data. Okay, now it is perfect, and now I can use this data. Now you can see that this data is reading by my server.js file, module that exports data. Okay, and now you can send this data from your server response.send data. And now if you will refresh this particular page, you will get the data of all 200 users. Now it is similar like this. You have your own server to send the data to your front end. Okay, so this is my server. Now you all have to install the MongoDB. Okay, you can download MongoDB from its official website, MongoDB community download, so that we can interact with my database. Okay, MongoDB community server you can download from here. Just download it and install the MongoDB. Okay, so after install the MongoDB, we have to connect my server with my MongoDB database. We have to connect my server with my MongoDB database. You can also send a particular HTML template to it. Let's suppose if I will send the H1, this is my server. Now H1, you will get the response like this. This is my server. You can also send some HTML templates onto your server. Okay, so now you can see that my Node.js server is working, and it is quite very simple to use the Node.js, which provides some a restful, which we by which we can provide some, we can create some restful APIs to connect with my server. Okay, and now inside your project you can replace the URL by using this, but before that you will have to set some headers so that it can resolve the issue of uh, cross origin policy, which blocks the your local server to get the data from your local server. Okay, so how can we do like this? We have, sorry, okay, so you have to set the headers. Let's suppose inside my inside my front end project, if I will replace this URL by http://localhost and 8765, and now I will refresh this page. Okay, and when you will get the when you will go on to the home page, your data is not visible from your server. And on console, when you will check, then it will give some issue, that is access to fetch from origin has been blocked by course policy. This is cross origin policy, so we have to set the headers on my server. So we have to set the headers on my server, and how we can set the headers, you have to use the response dot set header method that we can use like this. Okay, so app.use, and after that you will have to write this response and request comma response comma, and then there is a method name as next, next next. Okay, next method we have just next. So request comma response comma next method we have. After that function, okay, dot use request comma response, and then next use these. This is here. And you have to write response dot response response dot set header method. Okay, and you have to write the access control allow origin and for all routes. Okay, access control allow origin for all routes. Again, set another header, origin origin origin, that is access control allow methods. What methods can we allow on my server? First one is get, second one is post, third one is put. These are the types of methods we use for form actions. And after that fetch, and after that delete. And now fetch your page. Remove this line console.log. And after that, you have to apply the next method. And now just send the data inside here. You can see that you are getting the 200 people's data from your server, which you have created. Okay, its path is localhost. Its path is localhost 876. Now you have connected your front end and back end at a single time. You are using, okay, your own back end and your own front end. Now it's time to do some CRUD operations on my server. Okay. So first of all, we will use the MongoDB database. Okay. You have also installed, and also you will have to install the Robo3D or Mongo Atlas so that you can track all the database. Let's suppose if I will start the Robo3D, it will show the list of database which I am using. This is by default port number of MongoDB is 27017. Okay, and this is whatever I'm using my MongoDB. So let's connect with your this server to your MongoDB database. Okay, so first of all, you will have to install the Mongoose inside your project to connect with the database. Okay, so stop this and install npm install Mongoose. Okay, npm install Mongoose inside your folder. Okay, again run your server. Okay, and now it's time to create the configuration file. So config, create a folder config, delete this. Okay, and create a folder name as config, and inside the config create a file db.js. Inside the config folder create a file db.config. Okay, and now require the module const mongoose is equals to require mongoose. Okay, const mongoose is equals to require mongoose, and after that mongoose dot we have a method that is named as connector. Okay, you have to pass the connection string to it. So mongodb, okay, mongodb colon double slash localhost. Okay, and the port number is 27017. This is the port number of MongoDB. Okay, MongoDB by default runs on the port number 27017. And after that, you have to provide your database name. Okay, and now I am using the database tag data. Okay, and you have to provide some methods that is used. Okay, so that deprecation we can escape the deprecation warning. You use new URL parser. Okay, that is true, and use new URL parser or use unified. Okay, unified topology. It is also after that const db create a variable name as db. Okay, const db is equals to mongoose dot connection. Mongoose dot connection. mongoose dot connection. This, okay, you have to create a variable name as mongoose dot connection. After that, db dot on. Okay, whenever you are going to connect with my with the database, if error, first of all define the method for error. If any error in connection, console dot log connection error with mongo. Okay, connection with error with mongo. Okay, and after that you will have to write db dot once and right here if connection is open. Okay, if you are successfully connected with your MongoDB server, then write console dot log su successfully connected with Mongo. Now save this file. Okay, okay, now save this file and import this file inside your server.js. Okay, so that it can be run whenever you are running your server. So cons db is equals to require, okay, require dot slash, sorry, dot slash config slash, and now you will, whenever you will reset the page, invalid argument type listener argument must be function receive this error, and then open mongoose dot connection is equals to required localhost 27017 slash stack data, new URL parser, and use unified topology. Console dot log dot console dot this is my open method. I'm writing console.log successfully connected with the MongoDB server, and db is equals to mongoose.connection. This is my required module, mongoose.connect. So, new URL parser, I write to, and use unified topology. I'm writing to. After that, server.js, I have just placed the file inside my server.js and config slash db. I'm getting the error. Now it is successfully connected with my MongoDB. Okay. Now it is successfully connected with my MongoDB server. Okay, you can see that it is successfully connected with my MongoDB server. Okay, and my database name will be tag data. My database name will be tag data whenever I will create a particular operation on this one, tag data. Okay, so inside for MongoDB, we have to create the models because it is database, no SQL type database. So we have to create the models to operate to use my MongoDB. Let's suppose I am creating a particular folder that is models. Okay, inside the model folder, I am creating a user model .js. And what you first of all, I have to require the module const mongoose is equals to require mongoose okay After that, I have to user. Let's suppose I have to create a user schema equals to, okay, and new mongoose dot schema. Okay, so I am creating a particular schema in my mongoose. After that, we have to export this schema from my mongoose. So const user model, okay, user model is equals to mongoose dot model, okay, and whatever name we want to create, that's a collection. Okay, so user collection, I just want to do the user collection, and I have to pass the user schema too. Okay, and after that, module dot export, okay, module dot exports, and is equals to user model. Okay, now I can, let's suppose we have created sometime we have created a table in SQL, SQL, that is create table. If not exists, then after that we have some constraints, that is, we are creating, let's suppose, name, mobile, email. So that type of schema we can create here by using this method name, and inside the name type is a string, as we use inside that name is varchar. Here it is string. Okay. And after that, required true, that means we use SQL in not null. It is required true inside the mongo. Okay, again we can create mobile. Okay, and for mobile we are using, that is also in the type number. In the type number, the mobile number, we are using maximum length. We can provide the other attributes to it, that is max length. It should be 13 by, if we are using the country code. Let's suppose we have mobile numbers of 10 digit only, but if we are using the country code, then it is 13 digit plus 91 or plus 92. Required true. Okay, and unique also. Mobile number should not be same of two or more users. Okay. True. And after that, let's suppose I am writing the email, apply comma here, email, and type is string. Okay, and it is also required true, and it should be also unique. Okay, and last is I'm using address. Address, and address type should be string. Okay, and required it should be true. Okay, so this is all about the my MongoDB schema we will use to create a particular table collection inside my MongoDB. So this we have to import this user schema inside my server.js file. I am importing this. So const user model is equals to, okay, user model is equals to required and required from dot slash and model slash user. Okay, and now I'm searching my server cls server.js, and I will refresh my connection, and now you can see that tag data is also here, and this is my user model in which there is no entry of any user. Okay, we have successfully connected my server. Okay, which we have successfully connected my server by Mongo. Okay, so let's suppose I am creating a particular form in my about component. We have another blank component available. I think contact. We have another a component available that is inside my about component. Okay, contact, and we are going to create a particular form inside this. Okay, let's suppose I am creating a form. Okay, and that is input placeholder, enter your name. Okay, and enter your mobile, enter your email, and enter your address. To handle the multiple states, we can create use state as an object. We can use state as an object. Let's suppose const values comma set values is equals to use state, and I'm taking as an object. Okay, and let's suppose I am giving name to my folders, and I'm using the br tag so that there should be some space. Contact.js use state cannot be carried at the top of the label. Okay, just call inside the main function. Const values comma that value is equals to state, and it is an object. And here we have name, which is blank, email, which is also blank initially, and mobile also null initially, and address. Okay, and I'm giving name as like I am using inside my state object. So name is equals to name, and for this input box, name is equals to email, sorry, mobile, and for this input box, name is equals to mobile, sorry, email, and for this input box, name equals to address. Okay, and now I am creating a handler. Now I am creating a handler to handle all these methods. Okay, so const handle input is equals to, this is simple function. Inside React, we every time whenever we are there is a method that is on change method, and we have to provide a operator handler to it. Okay, handle input. Okay, same. We can handle multiple this, and value attribute we have and that is values dot value. Similar, value is equals to values dot name. Values dot mobile. Here we have value is equals to values dot email, and this is value is equals to values dot address. Okay. So inside the handle code, always this on change function provides a event to the respected handler. So we can get this event inside the key. And if I write in the console.log e dot target dot value and e dot target dot name, you can see inside the console that control shift I. Okay, whenever we are writing in this box, you will get the value e dot target dot name and e dot target dot value. Similar as you are writing that target name is mobile. Inside this target name is email, and inside this target name is address. So on behalf of this e dot target dot name and value, we can set the method set values dot 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 values comma e dot target dot name comma e dot target dot value. Sorry, column e dot target dot value. So this can be set using. Okay, so if I'm writing this inside this box, this. Okay, so this is my input box I'm using. Applies to. Okay, and now I am creating a button to submit this form. Button and submit. And on click, I have to create a handler for it. Const handle submit. If handle submit, this is a simple function. Okay, I just want to write console.log. I will get all the values combinedly at a single place. Handle. Okay, so this is my box, and if I will submit, then I will get all the values inside a particular object. Does not exist. Submit. Sorry, not console. Okay, now you can see that I am getting all the values in a particular. Okay, now I want to submit all these data to my MongoDB database. So first of all, apply div style display flex justify content. These are CSS attributes. Center. See difference. And now you can apply the flex direction, which is 0. And on the other side, style, sorry, not row, it should be column. Okay, so you can see I have this input box. I can apply the width width only 50% and align cell in the center. Align cell. So this is my input box. Smallest box, and I'm writing here which one. Just, okay, so this is my simple form I am using. I'm using this simple form to get all these values, and this is my submit button on which this data will go on my server and store in my database. So let's do it. Okay, so for this I am using the Axios package. Axios is another external third party HTTP handler we can use. So there are some drawbacks of using fetch. So we can install the fetch. We can install the Axios to do my HTTP related task. Okay, so let's suppose I am installing npm install Axios. In the Axios, you don't need to convert the response again into JSON. Okay, let's suppose you are doing here inside the home component. You are converting this data again into the JSON. Axios directly send the data in the JSON format. So just install the npm install Axios. Again, run your server npm start. So then we can create a API app.post. Okay. We can create a particular API to get all the data. Here, app.post / register path /reg, I would say register. After that, request comma response. Request comma. Okay, so now my server has been started, and after that, I'm sending this data to my server. Just create, just let's suppose inside my contact page, okay, on the console.log values using Axios sorry. First of all, I have to import this module. So import Axios from X. Okay, so import Axios from Axios. After that, you have to post all the data to my server, that is Axios dot post. Okay, and after that, here is my URL, that is http colon double slash, okay, http colon double slash, and then localhost slash register, localhost port number 8765, and then slash register. Okay, so you will get the response after that. So dot then block, and if there will be error, so inside this will be in cache. So you will get the response, you will get the error inside the cache. Okay, so you have to pass the data like this. So just pass the value. Okay, just pass the values here. Okay, now whenever you will submit, this data will hit the server, and on the server side, you have to store this data on your MongoDB. So you have to do some changes. Okay, let's suppose. Okay, so first of all, inside the post method, you can get check console.log request dot body. Okay, but if you want to, because it is a post request and you are getting data inside the post method, okay, so you have to use body parser to get this data. Okay, so first of all, you have to install the npm install body parser. Okay, npm install body parser, body hyphen parser. Okay, now you have to use this body parser into your server.js file. So const body parser is equals to required body parser. Okay, and after that, right here app.use, and you have to write body parser app.use body parser dot json. Okay, and you will get the response inside your. Now run your server, and you will get all the data onto this server. Let's suppose I will go to the contact page, and my name is Bhanu, mobile number 9024112678, gmail.com, address is Jaipur. And whenever you will submit this data will directly go to your server. Just a second. And will submit, and values you are sending console.log press console.log slash register. I will path of slash register. Control shift I will serve. Okay, and now you can check on the server, because you have to use the body parser another method URL encoded. So app.use body parser dot URL encoded. Okay, and here you can write extended root. You have to write this. Now, if you will submit this data, and you will get this data onto your server. Make this data as an object. where data is equals to create an object and name is equals to values dot name. After that, mobile values dot mobile email values dot email and address values dot address. Okay. Now so JSON we have right parser dot URL encoded we have already right method slash register post slash register. Okay, so we have to another set some another methods response dot set header, and inside the set header method we have to access access control allow headers. Okay, we are setting some another headers, that is to access the data content type. Okay, content type comma, and after that x posted with comma and accept comma, and we are using the origin, we are using the authorization AUTHORIE. Authorization. Okay. Another header I am setting, that is response dot set header, that is access control expose headers. Okay. And that is authorization. Now we have set it two more headers into this. Allow headers and expose headers we have already. So now I am running my server again. Okay, and now I'm submitting this data. Now you can see that your data is visible on your server. You can check that your data is visible on your server. Now my task is to save this data inside my MongoDB storage. Okay, so I have to write a query related to that. That is where. Okay, so I'm writing a method to save this data inside my model. So where user is equals to user model, sorry, new, and there is by using new we can use user model, and we can pass this all data request dot body inside this user model. Okay, and after that I can write user dot dot save to save this data into my MongoDB storage. I can use the user dot save method. Okay, and dot then or dot catch. Inside this I will get the result, and inside this I will get an error if there is a. Okay, so this is my basic schema, basic method by which I can save my data to my MongoDB storage. Okay, so I'm writing response dot send here, and message. Inside the message object I can write the register, successfully, and data is equals to result underscore I. I'll get the idea of a particular, and inside this I am response dot send something went wrong. Okay, let me check this. Okay, you will get the response in your console. Yet in present you will get the response in your. So something went wrong. And now I can check the error. Okay, console dot log error, and console dot log result. Now I'm again sending the same request on my server. Submit, and we have an issue, that is duplicate key error collection, tech user index mobile one duplicate key. You can see that this has been saved inside this. So it is giving the duplicate key error. It means that this mobile number is already registered. Okay, this mobile number is already registered. If I will change the number, then it is also giving me something like status 200. Response dot I have to use the status dot status 500, and response dot status 200. These are the HTTP status we use to fetch the data. Okay, now I am deleting all the data from my database. Okay, now you are submit. Dot series, and then 500. Check this user model, and inside the user model I provide the request or body. Inside the request or body my whole data has been saved inside my data. Okay. User dot save. result underscore id, not result dot id. Result dot underscore. This is the exact one. Inside the user, there is another document. Let me delete it. Okay, and now I am sending the data, and you will get the status of 200 and now registered successfully. Okay, so let fetch this data and show a alert according to it, according to get the response. So this is my object and this is my data. So data dot message. So response I can check inside the front end, that is alert response dot data dot message. Okay, so I'm changing the number from 9070. You can see. Okay, so email ID also already exists. You can see the response that is registered success. And there are two responses. Okay, so let me clarify these responses, that you are getting an error code on your server for duplicate key. That is, in the case of duplicate key, you are getting the response of Mongo server error, and with the error code E11000. Okay, let me classify these responses on behalf of this error code. So you can write if error dot code is equals to 11,000. Okay, 11,000. You can check that is error code is 11,000. This one, 11,000. Okay, so I'm writing if error dot key value, because you are already getting a particular key value inside this one email, and key value is email, this one. Okay, so I'm getting this response if error key value dot has on property, this is for object, has on property mobile, then I can change the error response. Okay, so I can change the error response according to like this: response dot send. Okay, that is 500. Sorry, response dot status 500 dot send like this. Entered mobile number already exists. Okay, and which one is my mobile number? Let me declare with this interpolation method. Okay, that is error dot key value error dot key value dot mobile. Error dot key value dot mobile. Okay, else if else same but enter email. Error dot key value dot. Okay, and in case of, let's suppose I have already a registered number, that is 79. So Bhanu 9024112679 at gmail.com. Okay, so you will get the error on behalf of this method. Console.log error.response. Inside the error.response object, you will get the error. Submit, and I can see inside my console the server is running or not. Yes. Okay, enter mobile error.response dot data. Just a second. Remove this line. Else. Inside the, let me check, error.response.data. So you can show inside the alert error.response.data. Okay, so now you will get the Intel mobile number. This one already exists. If I will change the number and remain the email same, then it will show me this one already exists. So I have to change this email also. And now, if I will submit, then you are registered successfully and your data is stored inside your MongoDB. Okay, so this is my register API by which I can store the data from my front-end React to my Node.js server on MongoDB store. Okay, so now I will get all these data from my server onto this page. Okay, so I will have to create a API like this. So just we have to use the user model, okay, so that we can get all these data from my server. Okay, so user model dot find method is just like select a star. Okay, and you have to pass a simple object inside this, and dot then after that it will get some result, and then dot catch. If there is an error, okay, so if result, then response dot status 200 and dot send all these data. That is my result. Sorry, result. Okay, in case of error, so response dot send response dot status, that is 500 dot send error. Okay. API I'm using to escape the issue from using. Okay, so I'm creating this API by get all users. Okay, on the same page, I will get all the users I am going to register. I'm registering on my React panel. Okay, so I will use a simple table. First of all, I need to get all the data. So I yesterday I told that we use a use effect for this purpose to get all the data when I will reload my page. So I will use effect. Okay, so inside the main component, I will declare the use effect. To use effect and axios dot get http colon double slash localhost 8765 slash, and what is the name of my root? That is get all users, I think. Get all users. Dot nothing. After that, dot then and dot catch. So dot then we will get the response, and dot catch we will get the file. Console.log response and console.log error.response and response.data. Now provide here a dependency array. Okay, and now refresh this page. You will get all the users. Just a second. Okay, this is double slash. Right. Now you can see that we have get all the three users data. Okay, so I will use a simple bootstrap table which we used yesterday. My home component, simply this table. Okay, and inside my contact page, I will paste this table. And now I will create a state to get all this data. So const users data, comma, set users data is equals to and use state and yes. Okay, and I will replace this to users data. Okay, and after that there are some constraints related to that. I have to change. Data is not defined. This data used. Okay, so this is my table, and I can see inside my data there is array of 3 and ID, email, address, and mobile. Okay, so serial number is same, and user ID is value underscore ID, value dot and name, email, and after that address. Okay, so value dot name similar as value dot email similar as, remove these buttons and just simply write value dot address. Okay, you will get the data. Is for that, when I will get the data, I will set it to set users data and response dot data. Okay, And in case of error, I will set the user data as a blank array. Okay, so you can see the all user data. Okay, so let's suppose I am writing another Rohit 67890 Rohit at the gmail.com Jaipur. Submit. When you will submit, register successfully, and after that, the data is not coming on my page because you have to set a method. You have to set this method. Okay, first of all, create a function, get data, and put this method inside this get data, and call this inside get data. Yeah, also getting the data, and there is code. And whenever you will get the successful response, get this data again on your page. This. Okay, so let's suppose I'm registering another user, that is Rahul, and the mobile number is 67890 67891. Email is rahul@gmail.com. Address Jaipur. Submitting this data. Okay, then the fourth data is coming on your. Okay, this is the read and create and read operation you can do by using this method. Okay, also you can update details of any user. Let's suppose I have to create another API for that. Okay, I will have to use the update user API so that I can update that particular. So go onto your server and create an API for that. Okay, so app.host / update user API, comma, and after that request, comma, response. Okay, and you have to write the user model dot, okay, user model dot update one method, update one. Okay, update one method, and by using this method you can get all the data. So first of all, we will have to find that particular user by using the ID. So underscore ID is equals to request dot body dot underscore ID. Okay, request dot body dot underscore ID. So first of all, find that particular user, and after that update it. So we will use the set method, okay, set query method, and we will update the name. Sorry, name. We will update the name as request dot body dot name, and we will set email as request dot body dot email, and we will set mobile as request dot body dot mobile. Here we have to use comma, and after that for address request dot body dot address. Okay, dot then after updating that user, you will get the response in the dot then block. Okay, dot then result, you will get the result, else you will get the error. You will get the, okay, so inside if modified count, you will get the result. Okay, you will get the result. So if result dot modified count, okay, modified count is equals to 1 because you are updating one user. Okay, so response dot status 200 dot send updated successful. Okay, else if, else if okay, inside the else if result, if result dot matched count is equals to 0, it means user does not exist. It means user does not exist. Okay, else we can send the response that user does not update. And inside this, we can send the response that something went wrong. Okay, so we have to fire this API, and let me click a button on it. That is added button. Here we have a button. It, and we have to create a handler for that. Okay, const handle edit is equals to this, and we will get that particular user data. So set in this state, so that is u data, and on click handle we have to send the parameters, so we will use like this handle edit, and after that we can send the data like this handle edit. We are passing the value e and e comma value, e comma value. Okay, and we will get like this e comma u data. So I can check in console that we are getting that particular user data or not. So console.log u data. Okay, so let me check. There is a button. Okay, and this. So if you will click on edit, if you will click on edit, you are getting the user of that particular data. That you have click on Bhanu and you have click on this one. Okay, you have clicked on this, and you have clicked on Rohit. Okay, and now you have clicked on Ram. So you are getting the individual data on your method. Okay, so you can set const as, okay. First of all, we have to set this data, and let's suppose set values dot values comma and name is equals to u data dot name. Okay, and mobile u data dot mobile, and after that email email udata dot email, and for address. Okay, first of all check this. Okay, so let me refresh this page, and when you click on edit, you can see that this data is filled by the particular user. Check. Okay, this data is filled by this particular, and I can create a particular flag for this. So we can create a particular flag for this. So const flag, comma, set flag equals to use state, and then false. Use state false, and if I can create another state to handle this. Okay, don't need to handle another state. Just pass the set flag is true. Okay, and now I'm changing the button value. So if flag is equals to true, sorry, if flag is equals to false, then the button will be registered button, else the button will be modified button. Sorry, not for this. I don't have to write here. This one. If sorry, flag is equals to true, and this button false, then this button. Okay, else change the button to this. Modify. Okay, and now create another handler for the same, as we are doing the registration, and axios.post, and handle submit. Instead of handle submit, we will create handle modify. Okay, handle modify. Values dot name, this one, and get data, and response dot data dot. We are sending the response like this. So response dot data dot message. This is response. Okay. And now change the API by update user. And let's create the another method, another variable inside this, underscore ID, which is null. Okay, and the other hand, whenever I is using setting this method, then underscore ID should be value dot underscore ID. Sorry, udata dot underscore. Okay, So handle modify and underscore ID, which is equals to value dot underscore values dot underscore ID. Okay, you have to pass these values to user, and after that, you don't have to create this. And on the other hand, modify to handle modify. And after a successful response, set flag again, set flag again false. Okay, so now I am editing this and mobile number. I'm changing the name Pratap. Modify, updated successfully, and now you can check the name. Okay, and now I am changing the city of this person to changing to Pune. Now you can check it is changed by, and you are getting the successful response. Similar as you can delete a particular user. Okay, similar as you can delete a particular user from your database. For this, you have to create the another API. For this, you have to create the another API. Okay, and we can do it very easily. So we can create multiple APIs and the methods inside this by using the Node.js and React. So React.js is very helpful whenever we are working with the REST methods and the front end. If you can see, you are getting the dynamic data and not with the much more code. Okay, and very JavaScript is very easy to understand. Okay, okay, so that's all. If you want to do a particular delete API, so that we can also do this, we have to just find that particular user and apply the delete operation on it. Let's suppose we can create a API similar like this. Okay. Just we have to use the same API we can use. Just we have to update some modification. So delete user. Okay, and you have to just delete one. Method is just delete one. Okay, and just pass this, just remove this. Don't need to pass the apply any other method to it. Okay, so then you will get reason, and then if they deleted instead of modified count, it will deleted count. And if the match count is similar as, then user does not exist, user does not deleted. Okay, and deleted successfully. Okay, so simple this API you can use inside your project. Okay, so simply we are using same method, and another we are applying a button is delete. Okay, another button that is for delete. Okay, and handle instead of handle modify, creating another method. Okay, we are creating another method. Okay, that is handle delete. Similar as you can delete a particular user. Similar as you can delete a particular user from the. Okay, and the name of method is I'm creating. Okay, that is delete user. It's very simple to work with the React node. Very simple. Okay. And this is my values. And you have to just provide the handle delete and the const where is equals to and pass the underscore ID because we need ID to delete from the server. So handle delete handle very helpful whenever we are working with the methods and the frontend. You can see you are getting the dynamic data and u data dot underscore ID. You just pass the underscore ID and pass this data to delete user. And similar as you don't need to set flag this for delete and response to data. And similar as let's suppose I am deleting this particular user, Anu Pratap. So you will get the response. It is simply deleted from your server. It is also deleted from your database. Okay. You can see that there are 4 entries of 4 users. And let's suppose I am deleting bhanu4 at the gmail.com. Now it is deleted and it is dynamically showing the simply we are using the same method and another we are applying the button. Yes. Okay. So actually there was a network interruption and by this is a CRUD operations we can use by using the Node.js and the uh, React method, React library. But beside this, we can create a whole project of e-commerce and whatever you want to do, you can do because there are many UI libraries also available. That is Material UI and so on available on for the React library UI UX. Okay, and you can get the multiple many components to enhance the user experience. Okay, this type of template, this type of project you can build by using React. Let's suppose I can show some templates based on the React projects. Okay, these are the templates you can see. You can also see the live preview. Okay, this is based on React. Okay, this whole project is based on React. Just a second. You can see. Okay, and you can get the live preview of this Material UI. Let's check. Okay, they have provided the logins, some credentials, login credentials to us. Copy and just paste it. Demo 1, 2, 3, 4. This one. Okay, you can see this template. This whole template is based on React. Okay, so you can create these type of websites and these type of panels by the help of React. These are the advanced topics. Okay, so we have to understand, we have to learn, and how we can manage these topics. This type of things. Okay, guys. So thanks for your support and thanks for your love. You have spent Okay, so that's all from my side. हाँ सर, कोई आ रहा है सेशन में, लीव करो। ठीक, ठीक। हाँ।
Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. Hi, Banu.
Yes, hi sir.
Yeah, hi. So, first of all, Bhanu, thanks for the wonderful session. And I guess in these two workshop, you really just informed everybody what exactly the development is all about, right? Of course, not anybody can learn just in 2 days, but to understand, to start something, right, first you have to understand what the thing is, right, what you're going to understand, what you're going to learn. And that's a really fantastic job you have done. And thanks everybody who joined the workshop. And I hope Bhanu, and I'm sure, I'm not hope, I'm sure Bhanu is going to, make you understand what the thing you're going to go with your career in the development part. Yes. Right. So now the thing is that I hope everyone is listening to me, right? So basically, web development is a really very important part of IT industry, right? For Bhanu, I can share you my experience. Like I used to be a gamer, right? So previously, before PC gaming, there was only gaming console options. We used to play video game. So I was so curious about that, how these things are making, how these games are coming, how these characters are working, right? So that was the one thing which make me understand, which make me curious about what are the things are. And then I understand that there is a something called web development, where you can do a lot of things. You can use Java, you can use JavaScript, and these are the things which is going to help you to design any website, to make application. And there are a lot of things, right? So the gaming part hit me a lot, and that for this reason I just started learning about the development part. Okay. So for everybody, right, this is not actually the end. You can start your journey. The class, the workshop is end, but we are welcoming everybody who wants to learn full stack properly, who wants to understand what are the front end are, what are the back end are, right, in a proper manner, in a proper timing. So we have our upcoming batch starting from 8th of June. Okay. And the good thing is that it is available online as well as offline. Okay. So and one thing, right, so you're going to start, and we are just welcoming you with a 40% discount. Okay. The discount is available for the next 2 hours, right? Anybody can enroll it. You have to just register yourself. You have to choose your offline or online, whatever you required. Okay. So I'll be sharing you, I'll be add this link. Okay, just a second. So guys, we have shared the details, right? You can now how you guys are going to get the discounted price. So we have shared the coupon code, which is a workshop, right? This is only for 4 hours now. Okay, not for only for 2 hours. You can get it for for 4 hours. Registration link we have already shared. You can check in the chat box. You can find the registration link as well as the coupon code, right? So you have to just go to the registration link, and you'll find the form where you have to fill your details, and you can choose accordingly. Even not just full stack, if you want to go with any other course like the data science program, like the Flutter mobile app development, whatever you guys are looking for, you you can choose it. Okay, so we have full stack development, mobile app development, we have Java core, we have embedded system and IoT, robotics, and we also have a data science with machine learning and AI, as I told you, and the cloud computing and DevOps. Okay, so all the things you are going to get it, you have to just go to the registration link. I can show you. You have to just go to this link, and it will redirect you to the website. I guess is it visible for everyone? You have to just check the program overview. You have to just scroll down, and you can find all the courses. What course you actually wanted to do, you can choose it from this side. Anyone, if want to ask anything, you can just ask right away. Okay, Bhanu. Thank you so much for the session again, for the workshop again. And this workshop is going to end. We are ending the class. And anybody wants to ask anything, you can ask within the next 2 minutes in the chat box. Second thing is that you have the link, you have the workshop coupon code available, which I have mentioned again, workshop. Okay, which is valid for only for 4 hours. So just make sure to check the coupon code, check the course curriculum, everything you'll find out with the link. Okay, thank you so much everybody for joining us. Thank you, Anu.